Greetings, denizens of the interwebs. Grim Fury here, and it's Tuesday, and decided to do something a little bit different. So I decided to go ahead and have someone join me for this video, and I'm sure most, if not all of you, know my good friend Rory the Lion, and say hi to the people out there, Rory. Um, what's the deal? Why are you wearing a mask and gloves? You never leave the apartment. You have no reason to do this. No, I don't have it. I'm not sick. I had a cold about a week ago. It wasn't that bad. Well, I mean, it wasn't terrible. I called in a couple of days at work just because I felt terrible, but it's over now. Well, for the most part. Yes, I'm sure. Okay? I didn't have any of the symptoms. All I've got left now is a little bit of a runny nose. Once in a while I get a little bit of junk in my throat. Maybe I'll get a little itch in my throat every once in a while, but that's it. Anyways, Knucklehead here. Be nice. Rory and I decided to, like I said, I want to do something a little bit different this time, so I just wanted to give you all a little idea of what, I have to do or deal with on a daily basis, which really isn't that much. Many of you know, if not all of you know, that I work overnights at a big, grocery store. And ever since we closed at night, I rarely see any customers at all. They're usually, if they're not gone by time I show up at work, then there's only maybe a handful left finishing up. And then typically for the days that I work, we open back up at 7, which is the same time I leave. So the only interaction I might have with customers is when I'm doing some shopping myself. Tuesday mornings we open an hour earlier for the senior citizens, so that way they can, shop by themselves and not have to worry about big, huge crowds, and that way they don't have to rush. They can take their time and, and get what they need. So, I don't have a whole lot of contact with people. I mean, co-workers and stuff. A lot of people are wearing masks, and a lot of people are wearing gloves. Now I don't know. I've always been told that cloth masks are ineffective because everything can just pass right through it. But I've also heard that the people at the CDC are saying you to use cloth masks. So I don't know what the truth is about that. But I do know that wearing gloves in retail is completely useless. Because if you touch anything that happens to be infected, you're going to spread it all over the place with every single thing that you touch. So, if I was checking somebody out, if I had to check somebody out this morning and I was wearing gloves, let's just say that the very first item I pick up of theirs that they had set on the belt is infected. Then, I touch that, I scan it, I put it in the bag. Guess what? the plastic bag is now infected, and then I'm going to transfer it to every single item I touch. The only way that gloves would be effective in retail would be if I pick up a can and scan it, and I go to, I'd have to probably, very carefully set it in the bag, and then I'd have to take that glove off, throw it away, put on a new one. Grab the next item, scan it, carefully set it in the bag, take that glove off, throw it in the trash, because I'm touching individual items. You don't know how many, if any, are infected. So, I mean, yeah, it would be protecting me, but like I said, I would be, if I touched anything that was contaminated, I'd be spreading it all over the place. There was a short little, I don't know if it's not really a video, it's more like a GIF I've seen on Facebook. Some lady shopping, she's got gloves on. She gets her card out of her purse. She swipes her card and it says, COVID-19 right there, because I guess the card reader or the pen or whatever, something in that little area was infected. So she goes to put her card back in her purse. So then now her purse is infected. She gets to her car, she gets her keys out. Her keys are now infected. She puts her keys in the ignition, starts the car, grabs the steering wheel. The steering wheel is now infected. I think she had like a little itch on her nose or something like that, so she rubbed it real quick. Now her face is infected. She gets home with the groceries. The bags are infected. The door to the house, both inside, both sides of the door, are infected. Her little girl runs up to her to get a hug or whatever. I think her mom takes the gloves off, gets rid of them, and she hugs and kisses her daughter. But since she had touched her face and her face was, infected or contaminated, however you want to put it, she's now passed it to her daughter. So see, you wear gloves, you're going to spread it everywhere. So, I mean, you do you, I'll do me. I don't know all what's... Hey, I covered my mouth. Kind of. Happy? Okay. Anyways. But for the most part, for me, I'm an essential worker, since I work, at a grocery store. But since we're closed, my entire shift, with the exception of 1 hour Tuesday mornings, my job pretty much consists of walking around the store, picking up returns, picking up stuff that people just change their mind and set wherever. Pick everything up all around the store, going up and down every single aisle, sorting them into the different departments into different carts, and then putting them away. Of course, I usually have anywhere from 1 to 3 co-workers doing that as well. For the most part, it may last an entire shift. If we have any candy freight or impulse items, little stupid clip strip things, we do that too. But for the most part, that's what we do. We put up all the returns, get them back out there on the shelves, and then of course we have our normal stockers that are stocking the shelves. We're still going through our store's remodel. We got probably about another 2 weeks left, and then that'll be done, thank goodness. But I haven't had to really be around the public that much. Like I said, I have coworkers and stuff, but usually I don't run into too many of them. I mean, we've already have it where we're doing the social distancing in our lounge. They only have one or two chairs at a table, one on either, on either side to keep us separated. We've got, stickers on the floor at the register so that the customers know where to stand. I mean, we're doing what we do. Um, we have, at least one or more people like sanitizing the carts and whatnot. Try to keep everything as safe as possible. So I don't I don't have to deal with it that much. Um, am I worried? No. But that's me. I don't know why I'm not worried. I don't know why I'm not concerned or a little bit frightened or anything like this. I'm not. Now, I'm not telling any of you, you know, don't worry, or anything like that. I'm just telling you how I feel. And I really don't have a reason why I'm not worried or concerned. I just have never felt any worry or concern. Um, I mean, at first I thought I wasn't going, I was going to be like, like everybody else. I was going to run out of toilet paper. I was going to run out of food because, when this hit, I was at work and people were panic shopping. They were stockpiling, they were hoarding. And then when myself and the rest of my coworkers got off work, what we needed was gone. And lots of times it was gone for maybe a week or more. I mean, I had to get a friend of mine when she goes to shopping at different stores. She went and got me some toilet paper two different times, and I paid her back for it because we were out for, like I said, for at least a good solid week. It was gone, especially by the time I got off work. I mean, we've got a lot of it on the shelves now. The kind that I get, we're still out of because I guess that's the most popular kind. I don't know, but our shelves are slowly but surely, getting restocked. Some things are still running out pretty quickly. I mean, eggs, ramen noodles, some soups, some bread, stuff like that. Some eggs, biscuits, stuff like that is still, hit and miss. It's runs kind of low. Sometimes certain things will run completely out. But, things are coming back to normal as far as what we have in stock. There are still several things that we're out of. I mean, we still run out of like alcohol and sanitizer, gloves or masks or anything like that. That stuff that we've been out of forever. But I mean, I go to work, I do my thing, and I come home. I don't really go anywhere. So, like I said, I'm not personally, am not concerned about it. Like I said, you do, what you do. I mean, if you're worried about it, I'm sure, there's reason to be. We've heard the reports and stuff. I just am not for some weird reason. Apparently, this lunkhead is. But anyways, I mean, I see a lot of people with all kinds of masks and handkerchiefs and whatnot, and all gloved up, coming in the store to do their shopping. But I get a few things here and there if I need it, and I come home, and that's it. So why, he thinks he needs to be all, covered up and protected is beyond me. He never leaves the house, and I'm the only one, else in here, and I'm not sick. But anyways, I just wanted to make a little video to, just kind of let you know all what's going on with me personally, in case any of you were curious. If not, then tough. I'm doing the video anyways. And besides, at the very least, you get to see him again, and he's not in a lot of my videos. So I'm sure he's happy to be out here with all of you. So, anyways, I am going to go ahead and call it a day for this video. And I hope you'll join me next week for a new one. No idea what it's going to be. It might be one of my snack boxes. I don't know. I really don't. But that's gonna be it for today. So thank you for joining me, everyone. I hope you have a great day. Have a great week. Please, stay safe. I know you've probably heard it a million times, but wash your hands. Don't touch your face. And practice social distancing. Our town is under that stay-at-home rule, law, whatever the heck you want to call it, order. But since I'm a essential worker, I don't. But who knows? Things are could get better. They could get worse. All I can say is don't listen to the fear mongering that you see like in social media. The news, even the news is going to do it. I mean, they're going to want to report what sounds good. I'm not saying they're going to lie, but I'm saying that they're going to probably pinpoint the stories that are going to have the biggest emotional response. So stick, getting information from reliable sources like the CDC and the WHO, and I follow a doctor on YouTube called Dr. Mike, and he's the same way. That's where he gets his information. He puts up videos. He's got a handful of videos about COVID-19. You should check him out. Like I said, his name's Dr. Mike. I believe that's the name of his page. He's well informed. Like I said, he gets his information from those same sources, and he is a doctor, so he's dealing with it. He gives good advice, good information, and like I said, stay away from the fear mongering. Check your sources before you read something and freak out. If it's obviously if it says something bad, don't just automatically believe it. At the very least, Google search it. See if you can find more than just like one listing of that particular thing. Look for a few listings. Check a couple of them out. See if they go together. Don't just believe everything you read, because that's just going to get make things worse. So anyways, take care, everyone. I love you guys, and I hope you join me next week for a new video. Please like, share, and subscribe for this goofball. And who knows, he will probably join me in another video one of these days soon. So say goodbye to everyone, Rory. I tell you to blow him kisses, but you can't because you get your mask on. Okay, he's going to do it anyways. But don't worry, he's healthy and fuzzy, and, well, I guess in a way I kind of am too. So if you want to wear this, you just go right ahead. I'll put you in the room where you normally stay. But don't worry, he's not sick, I'm not sick, we're fine. I hope you all are too. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you all next week. I love you guys. Hey.